Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Well, this is going to be a quick little video this week. I have a number of cards I wanted to share with you guys. And so, um, today what I want to do is I want to utilize this die that you see here. It's from the Crafter's Companion Masquerade Ball. And I'm going to make what's called a flip-flap card. And I saw this online and I thought, oh man, that's a really, really cool card. And I like to make cards that I've seen before. Um, I like the challenge of seeing if I can make them. So this card, actually, again, I'm going to just go over how I've made the card. I've already did all the cutting out and everything. But when it comes to all the measurements and stuff, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put that in the narrative, or I'll put the link to where you can see, because there's a lot of videos online that you can see and gives you all the measurements. There's one where you could do like a 5x7, but this particular one is a 6x6. So I'm going to show you just the general basis of the card. Again, I'm using this Crafter's Companion. I didn't buy the whole collection. I just really like this. So I bought this, the feather, and I bought the paper for this collection. And this project, I'm going to use this particular stamp with this project. But the basis of the card, this is just the basis of the card. You need a 6x6 or 5x7 for your base card. You can either close this up, or you can have this something going on in the inside. I'm choosing to have something going on the inside, on the outside, and on the flip part. So it's really a very it's going to be moving. It's a moving card. Then you have a part that's your mechanism, and your mechanism consists of this part right here glued to this part here, and then there's a little piece that goes on the inside of here that causes it to roll, and then you would just need another smaller card. So again, so that I won't be, it would just take so long. It's much easier for me to put the link up and to show you guys the link, and then you can go back and watch, get all the measurements, and then watch it in detail if you want to learn how to make the card. But like I said before, what happens is that when you pull this out, you have to have a little tab. But when you pull this out, what happens is there's a card, as you can see, inside. And this particular one I glued together, so that's why you see this. So, and I haven't finished it, so that's why it's acting kind of wacky. But that's the whole concept. So let me turn it this way. So I've already decorated part of it. But what happens is you flip it open, and then you have something on here as well. So let me go ahead and put it together. It's acting crazy right now because, again, I don't have everything glued down onto the card. So the first thing what I'm going to do is, again, this is my 6x6. I've already did some matte and layering from the really pretty collection. Again, that's that Masquerade collection, the Crafter's Companion Masquerade Ball collection. And this is some of the paper from it. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so I've already, like I said, I've done the matte and layered on here. I'm going to go ahead and pull off the tape, and hopefully this doesn't take me too long, because y'all know the tape can take me longer than anything. And I gutted this out because I love that paper. It's that shiny paper. And for some reason, I got robbed because there was only one sheet in the packet. I don't know what that was about. So I gutted it out because I could always cut something else from it, especially when you're doing a matte and layering. It's always good to do that. That way you can get the best use of your paper. Cut it out. Especially if you just, again, all I did was use it as a border. So that would have been a lot of wasted paper right there. All right, so let's see. Do I have all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, I have them. And I want my card, instead of going this way, it's going to go this way. So, and I have my flowers going this way. Now, let me see if I can get this on here straight. That would be a miracle. Please. All right, I think that's about as good as we're going to get for government work. All right, so we have that on there nicely. Then the next step, and again, remember all the figures will be in the link. And again, like I said, there's a lot of videos out there, but they'll be in the link to the for this particular card. So this is going to be the matte and layer for the mechanism. So this is going to go on top of this right here. I want to zoom in a little bit. I think I'm going to leave good enough alone. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this down. The paper was hard to to choose because it's so pretty and colorful. Oh my gosh. But I didn't, like I said, I only got the die and the stamp, the paper, and the feather embossing folder, of which I really wasn't really keen on that embossing folder, to tell you the truth. All right, so let's get this down. Again, I'll just put a real tiny little border around, and hopefully, oh, no. I don't want to use glue because whenever you use glue with mirror paper, something always, 9 times out of 10, something always goes very wrong. So I didn't want to do that. I never can get this right. Okay, we're gonna have to go with that. I wish there was a way to figure out how to make this, to really make it even. What is the trick? Somebody has got to know the trick. I don't have the trick. All right. Again, I want to say thank you for everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. Welcome all the new viewers who've been watching and commenting on the different types of cards that I've been making. Thank you for your compliments. Again, if you ever have any questions, remember you can always shoot me an email at Lola Daniels 1 Daniels Lola 35, the number 35 at yahoo.com. That's not quite perfect, but all right. So now this is going to go on top of the mechanism, and again, this is it's called a case. But when you see the video, it'll all make sense. But again, I just didn't want to, take all the time to do that. It would have just been a little too long. Let's see if I can get this on here. Could have been over a little bit more, but that's okay. All right, so what happens is now this is going to go on top of here. Now, one of the key things you do want to do is if you're doing it like this, regardless as to whether the card on the inside opens up or not, you want to make sure that you have this a little bit further over, so that when the card actually opens, I'm going to just hold when the card actually opens up there, it's not so far out of the way. And then you want to have some space in here. All right, so we've got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the inside, and I didn't matte layer. I think this is so pretty. It was hard to decide, but I thought, you know what, we're going to go with this one for the inside matte and layer for the card. I haven't put a sentiment on it again because, like I said, I don't know what kind of card I'm going to make. I just like to kind of make the cards, and then once, if something comes up and I need a card, And then I'll go and find, I'll say, oh, this will be a really good card. And then I find the appropriate sentiment. Because I make so much stuff that, it just kind of be a waste if I made a birthday card and and I'll have a birthday for 10 months. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of just doesn't make any sense. So we go ahead and put this down. And I have glue, using glue on this one. That way I can move it around uh, to get it a little bit more even. Square it off. Alright, so that's the inside of the card. Okay, and then what I also did was I used just some nesting dies, just to put a little something I thought really be really cute. Um, Again, going to complement the color here, and you can put a little sentiment here. It doesn't have to be anything big. Doesn't have to be anything little. It doesn't have to be anything outrageous. I'm just doing this just so that you have a general idea. I did hit this with a little bit of crushed velvet around the corner, around the sides, so it wouldn't just be flat white. And again, this is that Masquerade, Crafters Companion Masquerade Ball collection. And they sold it a couple of months ago, not too long ago. It's fairly new. All right, that would go like that. Now I'm not going to put this down permanently because I'm going to eventually stamp something on it. So I'm just going to grab a piece of tape if I can find one, which is always a challenge in my craft room. And just so that you have a visual, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the back of this and just temporarily put it down so that you can see how that would look on the inside of the card. Right, so that's going to be the inside of the card. Now let's go back and we're going to work on the outside of the card and this part here. But before we finish that, what I want to do is I'm going to take this part here, flip it open, and go ahead and put the matte layers that I had for the inside of the card. Again, you could put something here if you want, any kind of greeting or whatever. It doesn't have to be blank, but I just wanted to put the paper down so it wouldn't be white. I thought that'd be kind of boring. And you do want to make sure this is glued down really good because it's really going to be flipping around quite a bit. All right. And one thing I do like about this call-out glue is that it is movable. Here, the same thing. I only have that temporarily here because I'm going to put something, wording, I don't know what yet. So I just have that temporarily taped down just for the effect. Alright, so we have that in there like that. I'm just going to rub a little bit because the next step is to glue this. There's a little tab. Now I thought this was so cute. Now this is kind of big, but I like this. This is going to be the little tab that you will glue to the back of this. Okay, and it'll be the thing it'll be the mechanism that you pull when you pull the card out. So let me show you what I mean by that. So once we stick the card back in to the little cassette thing, okay, so it's in here now, okay, and you're not going to pull the card out here. You're going to use this little thing here. So now, next, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull the card out. I want to try and get it centered. And then I want to line it up. So let me show you this. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. You definitely want to line it up. So I'm going to lay it on top. All right, I think that's good. So I'm going to lay this, kind of get this settled where I want it to be. Okay. And then this little tab here, which I just covered it, it's on the kind of a piece of smooth card stock. Uh, and I'm going to put it behind here where it would go, which it would go behind this little purple thing here. But I want to stick it in there far enough and even it up, make sure it's fairly even. Okay, but I don't want it to go past this little area here. And once I kind of get it where I want it to be, then I'll go ahead and put it down permanently. All right, so is that... It looks a little crooked, I don't know. All right, we're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna pick it up. And I'm gonna, oh, jeez, I just messed up. Okay, let me do it again. All right. And I want to I'm going to tape it down and I'm going to glue it. Because the glue it's going to take a little long for it to dry. And I want to go ahead and kind of have it done by the time I finish this video. Okay, I think that's good. So let me hold it one more time with both fingers. We'll pull this out and then I'm going to flip this over like this. Okay. And I'm going to put a piece of tape right here for right now. And then I'll glue it just to position it. Yeah, it looks about, I think it could go up a little bit more. I'll come in a little more. All right, so I'm going to just put a piece of tape right here just to tape it down. Okay, and now I can flip it over and put a piece of tape, I'm not going to glue it, I'm going to put some tape. All right, some double-sided tape here, a little bit more, like maybe about right there. And that should stick it down nice, and it should be stuck down pretty nice. Ooh, all right, so now I don't want anything to hinder this mechanism. So now this tape that I put down temporarily, I'm gonna pull it up because I don't want anything to cause the card to get stuck. All right, so now we have that. Oh, did I pull it out enough? All right, so let's stick this back inside for right now just to see how this is gonna play out. All right, so there we have that, right? Oops. Okay, there we go. And then, and again, I haven't stuck the card down to the... All right, so that opens up nicely. There we go. All right, so the next step is to glue this down to here. I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to actually put double-sided tape on it because, again, like I said, the glue. Now, the thing is it's going to be a little tricky with the tape, but I got to just make sure it's right. And again, for those who might just coming in, like I said, this is Lola, Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Thank you guys so much for watching. And for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. Thank you guys who have subscribed. I'm working with the Crafter's Companion, a Masquerade um, stamp set, making what's called a flip-flop card. This particular card can be made um, with a 7x7, but the video I found, and like I said, I found a lot of good videos, but the video I found, I really liked it, and I've watched her quite a bit. I can't remember the girl's name, but I'm going to put the link in the description, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to put that in the description, and that way you can have all the figures and everything, and you know how to cut your paper and how to put everything, the mechanism. How you say that word? How you say that word? Mechanism. Mechanism. You know how to make this little mechanism so that the card, that extra card pulls out. Honey, Chad, now y'all know me. You should know me well enough to know that if I try and tell y'all, I've been busted that thing up. So it's easier sometimes for me just to either add a link in, or I get all the measurements and then I type it out. This was quite a number of steps and measurements. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put her link in there. I'll tell you where to find it. And then you guys can go from there. Okay, so we have our double-sided tape on here. And again, here's our MasterCard. And now we're going to put this down and hope that I can get this centered. Woo, Oscar, you all right, love? Is it crooked? Oh, don't be crooked. Don't be crooked. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you, here's a little trick sometimes. Like if you're trying to center something or say, I'm going to do this. Watch this. It looks crooked on the camera, on my thing. It doesn't look crooked. I think it's because I got the... Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to put a little piece of tape right here so that it doesn't move. Follow what I'm saying? All right, now let's stick this down. Hey, why is it still moving? What the Sam blazes? All right, do this one. All right. I think this is going to be it. All right, so we got that down. Now I can take this off. Like little placeholders, okay? Ooh, I got the tape stuck on my finger. All right, so here is the card. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And I'm just going to kind of do one of these numbers here. Flip it back. And there we have the basic of the card. The next thing is just putting the topper on it. So now you have your greeting here, whatever, and you can still put, and you can put something here too, so it won't be all that white. But again, I didn't do anything like that. You can put some pearls and stuff in here if you want to do that. You know, especially like right here, I could put some. Now I wouldn't put white, but you know, if you wanted to put some, let me see what I got here. Well, none of these apply. Maybe the green ones or something. You can put some little pearls here, something on top of here. But I have a topper for there. But, you know, so you can always put something right here as well. You know, just giving you some general decorating ideas. Okay. All right, so let's see. I'm just going to pull this. Okay, and there we go. Celebrate. And then it's going to open up again. And then you'll be able to see the other part of the card. Love it. and it just flips open. Isn't it that? I love this card. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now the next thing, the next thing is the actual Masquerade. It took me a minute to get the coloring right. I did a lot of this because I just didn't like all the white on there, so I used my tri-blend markers. I used some ink pads to give it a lot of different color. I To age it up a little bit, I used some gilding wax around the sides, as you may or may not can see. And I am African American, as you may or may not can see. So I kind of like to, add a little color to some of my stuff, if you know what I mean. And then I used some glitter, as you can see, some glitter on there. Yeah, there we go. And then to give it a little dimension, I did add some foam pads on here. It didn't raise it up too much, but I kind of wanted to raise it up just a little bit. All right, so and then this goes on top of this, just like that. Whoa, whoa. There we go. And there you have your beautiful card, which I absolutely love. Flip it like that. Give you inside, and then you pull the little tab. It says celebrate. Boom! Thank you guys for watching.